بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. This is our program Spirit of Values. This is Dr. Tariq Rashid. We'll continue in this episode with the value of effectiveness. And in the last episode we mentioned that we have 7 principles that we apply in the pyramid of mentalities to reach the highest level of being effective. Let's go deeply with the first principle, which is a lower value, is proactivity. So still we are in level number 1. We're still dependent. We're still thinking of the you concept. So by thinking of the you concept, now to transfer the first is be proactive. People in life are either reactive or proactive. Either reactive or proactive. If you are a reactive person, you will never achieve anything in life. You are just waiting and give reaction. Always effective people will be proactive. They start with initiatives. They create new issues. So be proactive is a first concept. However, to learn more about proactivity, let me introduce the proactivity model. In the proactivity model, we have a stimulus coming from the environment around us. So people, friends, family, managers, employees are stimulus from the environment. But you have your own response. You can respond to the stimulus of the environment because there is a concept called freedom to choose. You are born free to choose. One of the highest values is freedom. But most people who are reactive people always they don't have a freedom to choose. They just respond to the stimulus without going to the concept of a freedom to choose. To be free to choose, we apply four issues. Your desire. Once you have a desire and you charge your desire, but within ethics and principles, and you have dreams and imagination and looking towards achieving your dreams in life, this will help self-awareness. These 4 basic pillars will help you to be free to choose. So always look for your freedom, be proactive, don't let the stimulus of the environment affect you. And here we apply a concept called 90-10 principles. 90-10. Reactive people think that the environment will affect 90% of their choices, relying on the stimulus. But proactive people, opposite. They know that I will not allow the surrounding environment to control me more than 10%. I am free and I respond. I control 90% of the result by being free to choose. Work on your desire, work on your dreams and imagination, but within ethics, you will achieve self-awareness. By this, we apply proactivity model, and this is the first concept we need to apply to reach the value of effectiveness. Second, still we are transferring in the pyramid of mentalities from being dependent into independent. The second rule is begin with the end in mind. The first rule, you are setting your personal vision to be free to choose, and you apply proactivity. Now begin with the end in mind, which is called personal leadership. Don't allow others to lead you. If you don't have the end in mind, you will let others lead you. And always we ask, which is more important, the compass or the clock? Some people always say, well, clock is more important time, but just wait a minute. What is the value of moving quickly in wrong direction? You are losing. First compass come, then time accounts. So the idea here, begin with the end in mind, have a clear direction. Where are you moving? And this includes what we call the planning, the very important value, planning. How good are you in planning? Do you know your goals in life? Do you know your objectives? Do you have targets in mind? And this will help you to get what we call a good, effective value and begin with the end in mind. And is there any differences between goal and objective? Of course. Goal is the final destination. It's the higher level dream you want to achieve. But to achieve your goal, which is the final destination, we have to set several objectives. Where am I after 2 to 3 years from now? Where am I after 7 years from now? Where am I after 10 years from now? This is the idea of having personal leadership, clear plans in your life, moving from this direction into the final result. And in the planning, we apply a concept. Also, we discussed this in one of the episodes, but the grow will help me to define what is planning. In planning, we have goals, and usually goals are in the future. But you are moving from now, which is reality. Know your reality. Where am I? Where am I going? What options and routes I do have? So have a clear end in the mind. Then from these options, weigh them. Which option to start with? Then take your way in life. This is what we achieve effectiveness through. So the second concept, begin with the end in mind. You are towards achieving independency. So put your mission, put your vision in life. What is a vision? A vision is, where am I after 20 years from now? And we should plan for a dream in life. Poor people, not those who do not have money, no, poor people who don't have dreams in their life. So set a vision. Then what is the mission to reach this vision is what we care for. So, and usually you have to have several missions and visions. On personal level, what do you want to achieve? As an employee or leader or manager, what do you want to achieve for your organization? What do you want to achieve for your family? And you set vision, mission for 3 or 4 levels and for your society. Be a person who cares for the society. To be more effective, rather than to be effective for your family only, or for yourself only, or for your organization, be effective for your society. And by this, you are moving effectiveness to a very high level degree of effectiveness, reaching you are effective in your society. You are building your society. So put your vision, your mission, you will start in this. But also, there is your spiritual vision, relation with God. At the end of our journey, we will face God. Once we face God, are you ready to be questioned for anything you do in your life, or you did in your life? Spiritual value is one of the very, very highest value. To be effective in spiritual life, you will reach, hoping all of us, we will meet in Al-Jannah, inshallah. So having all of this in mind is very important. So set your goals on short term. After 2 years from now, this is called short-term objectives to reach the final destination. Then what is your intermediate after 5 to 7 years? What do you want to achieve? What are the objectives? And set a target. What is a target? A target is a measure. I want to achieve 50% of my dream within 7 years by doing so and so. Then the long-term goal is the final destination, but you pass through a chain of time, which is called here result chain. Do it now, not tomorrow. And this is the power of now. Either now or without W, which means either now or no. Do it now. Begin with the end in mind. Set a target. Be clear about a target. And to begin with the end in mind means to start a clear understanding of your final destination. Whenever you move in life, ask yourself, Am I in the correct direction? Am I in the correct track? This is always the mind, the end in your mind. It means to know where you are going so you will achieve. This is principle number 2 in effectiveness. And this means consider the end of your life. Image, picture, paradigm. How do you want to end your life? What do you want to be remembered for? And criteria by which everything else is examined is by your vision in life. Start with a clear destination. Apply the grow world in your life. Where am I moving? Where am I now? What options and tracks I have? Choose the best according to priority and just take your way in life. The final one to transfer you from being you into I, from dependency into independency, is what we call put first things first, which means the personal management, the priorities in your life. Set the priorities in your life. By this means, are you effective in your time? Are you dealing with the time and priorities in your life? For example, here, we have several options. What is the best option to start with? And once I face failure, I have another option, third option. But it is a model to apply. So personal management, we apply number 3, put first things first. And here we have to ask 2 questions, and please try to answer. The first question is, if you want now, you are allowed just to have 2 days in life. Imagine you have just only left 2 days in life. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? It's a very important question. Because death is, we don't know when we will die. But we have always to think that death is there. How would you like to end your life? In family level, what do you want to achieve? In society level, so apply the question for both levels, for your personal and family, for your organization and society. What do you want to do if you have only 2 days left? I'm sure you will not look for doing more work or going for email. For sure, you will ask for something that will lead you to effectiveness. So don't miss the way while you are going in life. And why do you think the universe was created in 6 days? Of course, 6 days, not according to the day of 24 hours. No, this is 6 days in the God willing. It's different from our day as 24. But why it was created in 6 days, although God can do it in just nanosecond. إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون. What is the main idea for people here? That the universe was created in 6 days. Patience, planning, doing correctly, keeping in mind, begin with the end in mind is the most important thing. And always we ask people, do you suffer from modern sickness? What is modern sickness that we may all face? Try to close your eyes. Don't count and imagine 1 minute. Close, and once you feel it is 1 minute, just open your eyes. So once I tell you please close your eyes, try to close your eyes. When you think 1 minute passed, open your eyes. You know that most people in this exercise, they open at less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Why we live in this stress that even 1 minute cannot wait or be patient for 1 minute. We think that the time elapses. 1 minute, if you think of 1 minute, it's a good amount to think of. 5 minutes a day thinking will help you for your month. 1 hour thinking will help you for your year. And if you apply thinking daily, 5 to 10 minutes, you are mastering a good sense of where are you going. So stress is a problem. Killing speed is another problem. Most people are suffering from the killing speed and the stress in their lives. So this is a modern phenomenon. And just think, look at the word deserts. Deserts is something sweet. Please try to reverse it, stressed. So this is life again. Everything you do, even fun and lovely things, may transfer into negative and feeling bad. Learn always to gain the moment of thinking and live life. The power of now is very important. So what to do? Here we have to first things first. We have to master this concept of leading priorities in our lives. So this we will help now to transfer me at the final stage from being dependent into being independent. So to apply this concept of setting priorities in your life, can you set your mobiles off only for 2 hours? Imagine some people cannot. So can you leave your mobile for 1 day without checking? 85 to 90% of people cannot do it. So if you cannot manage your mobile, are you managing all issues others? So are you managing your mobile, or your mobile is managing you? Are you managing your relations, or are your relations managing you? Are you managing others, or are others managing you? And finally, are you managing your time, or your time is managing you? You are the time manager. Either you are managing issues or you are managed by. Because of this concept number 3, which is applying the concept of setting priorities, begin with first things first, will help you personal management issue. It is a main paradigm. Otherwise, if you are not the personal manager of your life, you are managed by others, you are lost. You need to restructure your life, reorganize your life, and take the lead. Otherwise, we are actually losing in our lives. Let's think deeply. And this is a research done in the United States of America for a person who lives 60 years. 60 years on the average. They found that 7 years of them, you are in the bathroom. 6 years in eating. 3 years in meetings. 2 years in queues, paying for the bank, looking for the supermarket. 4 years in internet, and this is before the spread of WhatsApp and what's down, etc. 1 year in traffic jam, and 1/3 you sleep, because you should sleep 8 hours in 24 hours. So if you just sum up the total, 7, 6, we have 13, 16, 18, 21, 23, and 43 out of 60, you are left with 17 years only. If we remove childhood, we live 5 years. Are you ready? Do you have the end in mind? Do you set priorities? By this, you achieve the first level of effectiveness to transfer from you, which is dependent, into I am now independent. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.